I'm Marcus and I'm playing Crusader Kings 3. Just a quick note before I begin, I have been uploading a bit irregularly in the past few days, and that is because we have this kind of heat situation in Central Europe. So if I don't upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, then then it's probably due to that. Anyways, I have something very, very exciting for many of you that I want to do in this episode, but I will be getting back to this. This is just a kind of a little bit foreshadowing here. Last time, before I began the episode, I did a little spotlight for one of the houses in our region. That was House of Sayn. And I would like to continue to do the same thing, and this time focusing on the House of Mark, or rather the overarching dynasty of Werl, because I think they're quite interesting. Now, Mark here is part of what would be known as or currently known as the Archbishopric of Berg. There's not really an Archbishop of Berg, but it's just territory east of the Rhine that is heavily influenced by Cologne and under its umbrella. And Mark here is somewhat of the eastern border to the lands or the large area that will be controlled by the Herzog of Engern, or Angria, it's called here. So, going back, these Grafen von Werl, or rather the Graf of Lippe here, they all go back to, let's take a look. Oh, big family tree, but we'll get to that in a moment. All started out with him here, Bernhard von Lippe, and he was around by the time Siegfried was alive. Now, he had 4 sons, and all of his sons inherited something from him. Even though he only held Lippe, Mark, and Arnsberg, he also had a son that held Fulda in the end. Not really sure how that happened or how that came to be, but I think they're the least interesting part of this because they're further outside our reach. Now, the first 3 sons here inherited Lippe, and then Mark, and then Arnsberg. And you do see that both Hermann I and Heinrich II here created their own little houses once they took over. So we have Hermann von der Mark, kind of changed that in the files to accurately reflect what they would have been called. It's von der Mark. And Heinrich here, who's interesting, he's called the Crusader. So he's been on the crusade, and we do see here, he's a Crusader, a faithful blade. So he has been on the crusade that we missed. I think that was during a time when there was civil war in the Holy Roman Empire, and we couldn't participate in that. But anyway, he was part of that. He came back, and they called him the Crusader for that. And then, firstly, there's Konrad here. He overtook Lippe, and that has been held in his family ever since. Now, if we go back here, we do see he does have 3 sons, so that's quite good for the family. The firstborn, Bernhard IV, who was then called the Brute. Not sure why, because apparently he was a peaceful person. Also, had some nasty lover's box going on. So there's that. Maybe that reflects how he was acting, I don't know, in the bedchamber. Now, he did have, or does have, 2 sons, 2 daughters. And the brothers here, I think they stayed very much, as part of his own little realm. Now, he has daughters. Lima here has sons. There's this guy here. And the other one, and we come back to that in a moment because there's the interesting thing that's happening. We have Graf Erchanger here. Sorry, I need something to drink. Not used to talking so much in the morning. There's Erchanger here. And he is married. Both are nurturing. So you see here that comes with a fertility boost. But apparently they don't have any children. So let's see, when did they marry, actually? Oh, and we do see his wife's pregnancy ended prematurely. That's a good sign that she might be barren. Let's hope for him that that's not the case. If that isn't the case, then we do see he has a brother, Rheingold, who does have a son already. So the Werl line is quite secure. Now, if we come back to the firstborn here of Lima, that's Hartgate. I'm not pretty sure how to pronounce that. Coming from the English language, you would say, oh, his name is Hearthgate. Not sure that's how you would pronounce it, but there it is. Does have 3 children, all of them obviously Werls. But again, like, where do we find them? And if we go to the Arnsbergers, then we will see that Heinrich the Crusader had 3 daughters. The first one becoming the inheritor, the heiress. Like I said before, in those times, you would hardly ever see a woman ruler. If that was the woman that inherited the lands of the father, then she would marry someone who would then become the ruler of those lands. That would have been how it was handled. And she is currently, as we do see here, married to Hartgate. So that's where some of her children are from. She was married before, interestingly. There was a Magnus von Gudensberg, was slain in battle, apparently. So that was quite a while ago, actually, 1116. So she does have a daughter from him, but then her 3 other children are from Hartgate. And you do see here that they have quite the age difference, right? She's 51 now, he's 31. So poor Hartgate, he probably was very young when he was thrown into the mix here. Said, you got to save our family here. So we do see that once she dies, then Wichbert here will inherit, and it will revert back to House Werl. Oh, by the way, yeah, I changed that to Arnsberg. It was like something like von der Lippe or something like that. I did change it because that sounds more appropriate. Let's see, maybe Wichbert here will then also continue to create his own house. If so, it should again be called Arnsberg or something like Werl Arnsberg, because that was initially how historically that house was called. Now, we do have the Merker, that is Hermann the First. Don't remember him that well. I do remember that Philip here was quite the prominent person in the realm. I think he was chancellor for quite a while for Cologne. So you see here, scholar, learned man. He died after breaking many of his fragile bones while stumbling. Poor guy. It was only 54 then. He does have a son. That is Hermann here. He's now Hermann II. But Hermann is currently betrothed, and we do hope that he gets some offspring so that the line continues. Otherwise, there are daughters. And I did see that the sister of Hermann's here, Jutta, is currently on the road somewhere. So we don't know what happened there. Maybe there was a falling out of sorts. But I think I will make use of that. I've already written that down, but I will do that later. Lastly, we do have Ludolf Olfulda here. The line continues with the Graf Varenechin, and he already has sons, lots of them. And you do see here that they're all House Werl. So after that generation here, or the generation of current rulers, we will have only House Mark as a really distinct house, and the others will be Werls. So quite the huge family, quite the very influential family, with lots of different rulers on a count level. Right, okay. So back to Etzo. He is currently in Cologne. And it is here in Cologne that he receives important news. And again, I will not tell you what it is. Well, you've probably seen that from the thumbnail then that I create, or the title that I choose. So maybe there's not that much of a mystery. But let's return home currently, because he does receive some very alarming and interesting news that he needs to share. Go home, Etzo. So once he's home, I have some things written down, some like court keeping to do, and then we go back to the topic at hand. All right. Yeah, peaceful walk around the countryside. We don't have to use Isenburg Forest anymore. The bridge upon the Rhine to the north is now stable, not dangerous anymore. While traveling in Sayn, we came across some old ruins. Ruins so old we didn't even recognize them as ruins at first, as we all thought they were randomly placed stones. Only when Wolfram, who has some knowledge of such ruins, came closer did he recognize this site as man-made. The structure, he says, has been badly worn down by the elements. If we're talking about something that is east of the Rhine, then it's likely not Roman, because we only really have Roman remains to the left side of the Rhine. It doesn't mean that the Romans never came here, and we do sometimes find like little Roman finds, like coins, weapons, that kind of thing. But if we do find something in the area here, then it will likely be Celtic remains. Even though, Caesar famously says that everything east of the Rhine is Germanic, there was a strong Celtic influence in this area here, and they left lots of traces. Mostly these burial mounds. Not really, really big ones, but lots of them. Like we have complete little graveyards full of these mounds. That might be something they would be seeing. Or some kind of old fort. They left lots of those as well. All right. So we got to reflect on this. And yeah, I think he's in the mood. We must do great and valiant deeds while we still live. That sounds like something he would have on his mind. Now, back at home. Oh yeah, by the way, I wanted to look at while we were in Cologne. And yeah, we do see it now. Let's where's the photo mode? Where's the free camera? Give me the free camera. There is the hide of the white stag. There it is on display. Look at it. How beautiful and magnificent. So that would tell everyone who visits the court here in Cologne that the Sayns are capable of greatness. Good stuff. All right. Yeah, like I said, there is Jutta von der Mark here, who's currently roaming around. And she's quite capable as a person. Like, I would definitely want to have her at a court. And we do see here that Wolfram here could use a wife. And that's what I will arrange. There we are. Now, the wife does still have her debts. Yeah, she does that, right? She tries her best to help us, but in the end, she always comes short, and then we will have to help her. So we might as well send her a little gift, make sure those are evened out. There we are. And it's not really a gift, right? We are just paying off her debts. That's kind of a euphemism there. I did see that I am able to call back Sophia. That is our sister, and she is the mother of the current Graf of Koblenz, of Arnstein, and apparently she would like to come home. We don't know why. Maybe we do see here, right, she's a craven person somewhat. Maybe she doesn't feel safe. Maybe she does not have the best kind of relationship with her son here. And she might be able to help. As you do see here, she's an elusive shadow. She has an intrigue of 27. Given that we are now in this rivalry with a very capable ruler, right, that would be Pfalzgraf Gorzelo here, who hates us with a vengeance now. And I guess that's quite similar from our end. There we are. He might do some underhanded tactics. And therefore, I think it would be quite fitting to say, let's call back Sophia and have her. Oh, she will even bring along one of her sons, Achwin von Arnstein. Look at him. Quite capable man. Prowess of 12. Okay. Oh, you come along. I hope this doesn't really lead to any further complications with Graf Heinrich. We don't know. Let's see how that goes. And lastly, I did see that some of our children who are growing up could study some languages. She could study Low German. Oh, he can't actually. So there's that. But he could. East Slavonic, yes, do that, please. Right, and I did just see that we get the... all right, no, we did not get an intrigue point. We did get a wandering lifestyle perk. All right, so let's which direction would we go? Inspector, Wayfarer, or Voyager? Mustering, well prepared, power at home, mercenary contacts. Okay, well, it all looks interesting. What I get from him is that I think he would likely go down that route here. So we know that he's this this thrifty clerk. He's into administration of sorts and mustering here. That sounds like something he would be doing. Right, might have chosen that before then because we might have had the modifier already here, but we did not do that. Right, shall we just wait for our sister to come home, because then I can finally tell you what I'm going to do. Big drum roll. Okay, so they're coming along. It's fine. Richvara here is our wet nurse. She should really stick to her job. She's not going to like this, obviously, but that's just the way it is. There's our sister, Sophia, and she will now be looking after our back. She will have our back. Okay. By the way, let's take a look here at the knight situation, because that will be something we need to take care of in a moment. Do know that Tankulf here is our chancellor. He's with us when it comes to being a knight. Okay, we have Ademar, Karaman, Leopold is someone I think we got last time. Tankulf, now Achwin, Wolfram. Not Ehrenfried, that's fine. He does only have 10, and he is the seneschal. That should be a position where, you know, you should be at home at all times. And maybe I would just even go and forbid him from joining the ranks. Now, okay, so finally, I did see that when I had a look around, and you know that a lot of you message me and say, hey, when do we go Empire? All right, I get it. A lot of you want to see expansion, a lot of you want to see the Zayns becoming more than simply the Counts of Sayn. I get that need. That is not a goal in and of itself for me. I just want to play the characters as I think they would act in a historical setting, which obviously is a very subjective thing. And I do not believe that Etzo would have a goal of going against any of his direct neighbors, of going against the Archbishop, any of these things. I don't think that is quite something that he would do, even being a rivalrous person. That's just, I think that's too outlandish a thought for him. That being said, he's very much in love with his wife, and she is is very influential when it comes to him as a person. We did see that she sparked that in him, this kind of need for rivalry. And I think it also, she's also very influential when it comes to her land, where she comes from. And we do know that in the past, she has grieved over the death of her brother, King Matfai. By the way, he was disfigured. His son is already disfigured as well. That's not an inheritable trait. So not sure what happened there, poor guy. Anyways, he died very young. He was just 21 when he was slain. Slain in a duel by Duke Kutan. And you see here, Duke Kutan of Kyiv. What happened there? Now, Viacheslava II is just 13. He is still the king of Ruthenia. And while we would have the chance to say we should take over the kingdom in her name, I don't think that is something we would do. Again, that would not be something she wanted, because she loved her brother, apparently, and that is her nephew. So I don't think that would be anything we would be thinking about. But on the other hand, we do see, when we go back here, Well, first of all, Ruthenia is quite torn, and you do see here they have lots of internal and external conflict. And then we have, I don't know, I think that was her birthplace in Kyiv here. And this is not held by Ruthenia anymore. This is held currently by a small duke here, who's a Cuman. And his father here, I think he took that over. Was murdered at some point. So now Kyiv and the surrounding lands here, all held by Cumans. Well, that isn't. Sorry, need a drink again. But that is also not part of the duchy. There we go. So the duchy itself here, that is here. Well, Kuta. That's not what it should be called, right? We have all these Cuman rulers. Probably are not very very popular, as we do see here. The faith is orthodoxy, the culture tension, and so on. So they are looking for a liberator. And I guess that is something that Viacheslava would tell Etzo. I cannot live knowing that my ancestral lands, that the golden city of Kyiv, or the white city, what do they call it? Back in the day, right? Is ruled by a nomad from the steppes, an infidel. So, yeah, we cannot let that go. And I think that is what we're thinking about here. It is August. That is quite the proper timing. And we will declare war. Now, we do have allies, and I hope that they will join us on this. He does have, obviously, he does have some men, right? There we go. He does have some soldiers. And yeah, this will not be easy. He still has special soldiers. He does have mercenaries. So we will need our allies in order to overcome this. Just quickly check, is there anything we can do to get some more gold? Oh, quite the opposite. I think we need to invest something here. Damn it. We don't need that thing, right? We have so many things that remind us of our wife. We only need that one. Maybe we should even repair our little embroidery ribbon here, because that is important for us, I think. Not the pressed orchid. That is not so important for us. Okay, now we don't have that much gold now, right? So can't really upgrade the army or anything. I don't think we need to prepare anymore. This is an urgent matter that needs to be taken care of. So we declare war. We go for the whole duchy. We could just go for the county, but that doesn't make any sense to me. We go for the duchy. Now, this is not a holy war per se, though I think we will treat it like this. That is how he would tell his allies about it. So the problem is, once this is done and she becomes indeed Duchess, she will take over Kyiv, but then all the other lands here would still be ruled by those Cumans. So don't get your hopes up. Like, she might be thrown out at any moment, right? So that's something to keep in mind. We will declare war, though. And now we can call in our allies. Obviously, we want Berg. There we go. We will ask Jülich. Yes. We will ask Saffenberg. Yes. And let's see if Koblenz is still willing to join. Yes. They are all tagging along. Now, we raise our armies here. There we go. Let's see whom we're taking. Obviously, Ademar is going to join us here. And then Achwin would be quite fitting, actually. Our nephew. Like, he is the highest ranking noble in the army. And he's also a faithful blade. That might be something he could actually give us. Because the mod that I'm using here lets you take some of the commander traits from your flank commanders while you're with them. Right, okay, so we should meet somewhere, probably, and let's say we meet here in Frankfurt. I hope that the others will get the gist. Right, there's her. Coming to our court. Greetings, uncle. Of course I shall join you in this war. Yes. There's Jülich. And there's Berg. And Saffenberg. So, there we go. Oh, they're already marching on. They're not even waiting for us. Okay. So, maybe we do the same. Maybe, though, let's see if we can meet up in Krakow. That would actually be quite nice. Because we know that Krakow here is held by our son-in-law, Bolesław. Even though he currently has problems on his own, being excommunicated, we do think that he would welcome us, allow us to use the Polish corridor for safe passage. Now, will you stop it and go here? Jesus Christ. There we are. Alright, I think we can speed it up. So, everyone's coming. It's quite the undertaking. Look how many we are. That's quite the big army. Oh yes, of course, we could prepare armies here, then we are a bit faster. Still in the plus, so that's quite good. The son has been learning languages, so maybe now he can learn another... No. No need to learn another language. Good for him. Right. Looks to me like they are already looking to merge. Well, I guess after that they will join us. Oh, by the way, I would have been able to get one of the Holy Orders. I totally forgot about that. So, well, I guess there's still time. Well, we do have lots of piety, so we can go big. There's the... They are 3 stars, they're 2 stars, so they have Order Knights, 200 and 300. There's 200 and 200, so that's mostly levies here. Why not pick the Knights of Santiago in that case? Right? Let's pick them. And then they can meet up with us too. Right, they'll come a bit later. We will see. Oh, word of recent developments on the Iberian Peninsula has reached our court, promising an end to the conflicts that have plagued the region. King Yahya has officially renounced any intentions to unite the peninsula under a common crown and declared any who would that title illegitimate. The disparate realms, molded by centuries of invasion and reconquest, are now too entrenched to be united. Oh wow, okay. It's called the pragmatic now. Every independent or separated duchy in the Iberia region becomes a de jure kingdom. Okay. The Empire of Hispania is permanently destroyed. Okay, let me just take a look over this then. There we are. And apparently there weren't that many independent duchies, so there's that. We have... Oh, right, now we have Emperor Rodrigo. Emperor Arius of Jimena. Let me just check. That is... All of these are de jure empires now. Okay. Well, that's actually not our concern at all. Just interesting to look at. Okay, guys. Faster. Set your Karen masters to prepare armies as well. we need to get there at some point. Might as well take the northern route here and directly go towards Kyiv. Yeah. So what are they doing? This back and forth. What is that good for? Oh, we can, by the way. Yes, upgrade our bucket to a tub. That's a great upgrade. Yeah, that's something we definitely need. All right, guys, come on. Okay, so. There's an army of his. That might be the mercenaries. Or his own one. Currently has a peasant revolt to take care of as well, so that's good for us. Okay, guys, come on. Hurry up. I'll just wait here for a bit. Because I'm not going to storm in with 830 men. Guys, right. Yeah, okay. They are heading towards that direction over here. That's fine. That's exactly where they should go. Maybe I will just wait for our Knights of Santiago here. But at least they are sticking together. That's good then. Yeah, we might have received some hospitality here, but he's not even there. So we can meet up with our daughter Winfrieda here. Talk about our plans for the battle. Or for the sieges. And there we are. Let's get everyone in place again. And then, yes, we shall move over here. I don't think we can go straight for Kyiv. We need to go to Chernobyl first. I'm not going to make any jokes about that. At least I'll try to. So there we are. Right, they're heading that direction. That's great. Then we will head towards Chernobyl. Oh. Someone already got there first, apparently. What is that? No, someone wants to arrange a marriage. Hartwig von Stolzenberg. Yeah, that is the heir to Duisburg. Which sounds interesting, but given the fact that we are about to wage war here, I think it will be more prudent to say we wait with a marriage for Maria. Oh, look at her. Look at her. Charismatic negotiator, intelligent, diligent, imperious. She would be a great ruler indeed. I think we will wait. So maybe we can find a good marriage for her in that area here. Maybe some of the dukes of Poland, that kind of thing. So we do have another alliance here that we can rely on in the region. So I'm very sorry. That was a nice idea, but no. Okay. Right, he's he was already ahead, now he's like, oops, sorry. What's that? Mother's influence. He gains the trait zealous. Or Adam. Okay. Right. So. Yeah, he was already running ahead, and I was like, okay, yeah, I was just scouting. Let's see. Maybe we meet up here. Maybe that is what we should do here. Just get over here. We need to start doing something, right? Because obviously, since we just arrived. There we go. Maria can be married off, of course. Or we could even negotiate an alliance with Heinrich now. Oh, wow. Okay. I would say we don't need it that desperately right now. And again, it will make finding a match for Paul more difficult along the way if we have too many alliances. So let's see. Right now, yeah, it's best to start besieging. So that's what we will do. Now they are doing their thing as well here, apparently. Koblenz is relaxing over there. Well, they do have mangonels. They could have helped, but okay. All right. Yeah, and he does have a son now, so there's... Oh, he named him Etzel. I hope after me. That will be flattering. And Winfrieda's pregnant again by Bolesław. Right, there we are. Ah, they're heading that direction. I would like them to come with me over to Chernobyl because I think I would like to take Kyiv as soon as possible. Yeah, but they're coming with me when I change direction. Good stuff. Okay. There we are. Probably have to go through here first. Kyiv. At least we've stopped the that counter here. Haven't seen the enemy. There he is. Okay. What else do we have here, by the way? Conquest of the county of Ushitsia. I hope that is not... Ah, that might be in our lands. Or in the lands of Kyiv. Defending against the tributary war. I don't think that one will go on. Over the last weeks, I've spent a fair amount of time with Wolfram, not in a friendly way necessarily, but discussing strategy and the practical matters of maintaining an armed force this size. At first, I didn't have a great deal of interest. If I wanted to learn about how an army worked, after all, I could simply look around, but Wolfram had a great deal of insight into the topic, more than I would have ever given him credit for, and I'll admit it's been something of an education. Oh, look at him, Wolfram. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Now, of course, the problem is, any war that we inherit, we will not be able to get our friends in, but rather we will be allied to our wife, and then she can call us in, but again, we are not the biggest army around, and she will be fragile in this position. But of course, she will pass down her claims. If anything here does not work out, she will leave that to her sons to finish. And that they will. I think. I think now we have a very direct interest here, and this will not go away. Any more languages that children need to learn? Apparently not. They know it all. Konrad, does he have... Yes, okay, he has someone to teach him. He's Slavonic. Although, by the way, he was learning from her intrigue education. How about we revert this and say he should be learning from Sophia? There we go. That's better. Chernobyl has fallen. We're going to stalk somewhere else. Damn it. Made a joke. Keep it together, man. Right. Oh, after having been lost for weeks in Vyshgorod, Leopold was finally located and has returned to... well, good for him. Return to Sayn? Wait. You should... Hello. Oh dear. Ah, at least we're getting some gold from... Oh, he's requesting a prisoner. Okay, yes, sure. If you give us that much money for it, then of course. Getting money from the sieges. Okay, yeah, they go directly for Kyiv. Fine, okay. Wiltrudis goes relaxing. Yesterday, Wiltrudis went to one of the thermal spas in Aachen to rest. Well, that's very good for you. That's a messenger came all the way to tell us about important news from Sayn. Uh-huh. 206 gold, damn it. Well, I guess they could take something away from this too, right? They are helping us, and therefore they should be getting some of the spoils as well. Right, Ushizia. That is indeed right. Ah, he's just an adequate bargainer. Paul comes of age. There he is. Oh, interesting. Nurturing. Paul is a devoted, nurturing soul, fiercely protective of his family and kin. Faces life's challenges with resilience, always striving to create a peaceful and secure home for his loved ones. Oh, that's very interesting. I have not had that trait before. Very interesting indeed is our Paul. We will come back to him. Right. The walls of Bilhorod have fallen. So next comes Kyiv. Let's join them. And then let's see. He's not with his army. He is in Kyiv. So if they capture him, then we will be able to call off the war. Oh, I can ransom someone. Yes. We got enough gold, I think. It's fine. Yep. Oh, what's he doing down there? Oh, he's put Agilulfus in there. Agilulfus von Arnstein. Oh, because he's dead. He died in his sleep. No, that's not... what? No, indeed, that was him. That was the Lord of Crows. And that's his son, Heinrich. Okay. So that is... We are still allied, though, aren't we? No, we are not. No, we are. Heinrich II. Okay, so we are... Jesus Christ. See, that's what happens when the heat is around. Of course, he had been Graf before. I was just confused. He had been Graf before. No, everything is fine. He's still in that position. He's still Graf. Good for him. Promising soldier. Let me just check. Marquard von Stolzenberg. Oh, indeed promising. All right. He can come with us. Or rather, go home. That's weird the way the game handles that. Right. Oh. Should we do something about them? Tributary war. I hope he would win that, actually. Because then we don't have to continue the fight. Should we try to attack them? Oh, I do have an intrigue perk. And I think he would go down that route here, right? Truth is relative. Right, that'll be done in about a month. Yet to see the enemy. He's always riding somewhere. Riding around the hills. Taking in the view of the countryside. Alright, there we are. Papal envoys reached my court, bringing news from the Vatican. Pope Nicholas issued a call to arms to all righteous Christian rulers. And this time we're going for Jerusalem. Okay. Well, let's take into account that we are likely to win this. We will have further obligations here, I guess. I think for now, let's say we should consider joining. Because we do have our obligations, obviously. Let's check. Okay. Apparently that's not a great idea. We're at 90%. If he is done here, then that should be alright. Yes? And I do hope that it's done with that then. That the, there we go. That at least the tributary war is over in that case, because I think that was directed against him personally, not against the duchy itself. It's not a conquering claim or anything. But that's just my hypothesis, so there we are. Let's check. He will be done soon, and then we can end the war, hopefully. Yes, we can. Okay, and we will, because this is getting dangerous. Enforced demands. I'm not even sure he will not have any titles after this, right? He does have... Oh, he does hold the Duchy of Halych. Okay, so he will have titles. So maybe it would be prudent to say, your sister, we want her. Oh, but he would not accept in that case. No, he will lose his realm. Okay, alright. How can I... Ah, there's the thing. Okay. Enforced demands. Well, he does still hold a realm. That was a lie. The tributary war is here. Right. But she did inherit... Ah, she did inherit that war. Okay. Can we say... Offer to join... Yes, we can. Good stuff. Right. Because then we are still here. We still have, or should have, a holy order. We are fighting the bad guys, after all. That's against them exclusively. Okay, so we can go there. And that should be it, right? Once we capture that. Oof, oof, oof. Right, let's just take that in for a moment. We have Viacheslava, who is now coming from Sayn all the way to Kyiv. And she is now the Duchess of Kyiv. Wouldn't it be a Grand Duchess, I think? I think so. Anyways, so she does have Kyiv, but then, like I said, we do have these Cuman rulers surrounding her. Not that Baron, though. He's on her side. Let's see what she will do with that setup, because I think what she would do or should do is like revoking, or trying to revoke. Let's see. Yes, they have stayed with us. Great. Because obviously, yeah, she does not hold an army. That's just like some guys from the fields. So we have to help her. But this should be over soon. Well, there are likely to be future wars, obviously. Other people will show interest. So that should be over in 4 months. What? Oh, did she just do that? Oh, she did, because... Uh-oh. She took our sons with her. No! We should have at least power back. He should be with us. I'm fine, actually, when it comes to our other sons and daughters, because, yeah, she is looking for alliances. Right? So, that is fine, actually. Oh, but this will be a marriage marred by discord. Oh, poor Maria. Okay. You stay with us, lad. Right. We have 4 months to go, and then that should be over, because that's the only county he holds. He's also just riding around. What are these people doing? Just riding around. And I think now that we've had a taste, I guess we should join the crusade. Oh. There are always at least a few peasant women who tag along with the army as it marches. Cooks and laundresses mainly, but some of them are also referred to as camp followers. Those who hope to catch the eye of a knight, either to attract a husband or just to earn a few coins by providing him a night of comfort. Normally, I don't pay much attention to these women, but just lately, one has caught my eye. She's Torquil. She smiles at me whenever I pass, and it would be amenable to a late-night visit. But that much is clear. The question is, am I amenable? Well, no, I think he's not, is he? If he was on stress level 1, then I guess I would consider that. But no. His wife is with him. He cannot do this. Like, is she even leading the army? No, she's still coming here. Okay. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. There we go. The walls have fallen. Therefore, that war is over. Right. And of course, I need to do what I have promised I would. They need to return home before they do anything else. So, there we go. Are we even around in time? Like, it launches in 13 months. Anyway, I guess I can pledge now. I will join the army. There we are. I can even, like, tag my son along, I think. Or I can appoint someone. Alright, yeah. I do not like to appoint women here. Because that would lead to the same thing, right? You would have a ruler that's not supposed to be a ruler, then the husband would rule in their stead. No, but I think what we can do is once we are home, we can actually... Well, once he turns 16... What? Oh! I cannot stand Lüdiger any longer! We have become the bitterest of enemies! Oh no! Lüdiger von Saffenberg. That is not the... That is Adam. So that's the son. Lüdiger. Another Lüdiger! See, I did point it out last time when I went through their family tree. I was like, how can you possibly name him Lüdiger? That name is accursed. And so is the relationship here. So much for family. We should... Yeah. Okay, so when we return home, we'll challenge him to a fight. And it's simply over his name. By the way, Adam here. He is currently not inheriting anything. He will turn 16 soon, and then we can name him. This is going to take a while. Irreconcilable differences, yeah. There we are. Anything else? Yeah, I would still do the alliance. Oh, we can only hope. We can only hope that this will be... By the way, why is that still under siege? She is not in a war. Who? Occupied by leader Kirill. Alright, okay, yeah. Now the game has realized that that was a bit stupid. Good. Right. I think we have a truce with him, so it makes sense that we go through his lands. Oh dear. I don't think I need to tag her, but I guess I can. Oh, Herzog Gerardo has died, by the way. He was slain in a duel. Ooh. And now his realm is split up again. We have Goffredo of Lotharingia. We have Gerardo the second. And we have Malacresta of Gelle. Alright. Well. So much for the Dwarf King. 10 months. Do we make it home in time? Yeah, we still have prepare armies, so at least we're fast. Moving past these these armies here, like, don't mind us. Oh! Oh! Okay. The de jure war for the Duchy of Aragon. Yeah, the Empire. The Empire is now taking an interest in the Empire of Iberia. That's not there anymore. But yeah, they want to take over. The Mega Empire. Obviously, it would be quite prudent to say, if we were to join here, that we should not stay independent indeed, and then even join the Holy Roman Empire again. That would make a lot of sense, because that would make the position here secure. Nobody is going to attack the Empire, or if they do, they have to fight it. So that would be quite prudent. But yeah, let's hope that she survives. Uh-oh. Now the arousal is causing stress. Torquil, where are you? Come back here. Oh, and now we can't even do anything about it because our wife is like over there. It's yeah, that's tough. Okay, now we can only have an alliance with him. Come on, guys, 7 months. Will we make it home in time? Because I want to be home in time in order to pick up our knights. New knights. Ah, he does only have a prowess of 4. Would he tag him along still? That's the thing. With a wedding celebration. That is Hinkmar von Saffenberg. Is that... No, that's not in air. With Oda von Berg. Okay. Well, at least they love each other. But there we are again, right? The tight networks of these families here. All intermarrying all the time. Right, by the way, we do have the ability to stock up our army. Let's do that then. There we go. Obviously, it won't happen until we are back home. We're still marching. I think we can take some time. We don't need to, exactly like when the war starts, we don't have to immediately... Because everyone else is going to take their time marching down the Alps. Oh yeah, by the way, we can upgrade the tub to a bath. See? We're getting somewhere. This is going in a certain direction. So, let's get it. And Adam is here. Adam von Sayn. Look at the angry kid. Look at how angry he is. I think it's probably just like Etzo's, or Siegfried did with Etzo. Even though he knows that Paul is not made for war, I think he would still say, son, you need to know. You need to know how to hold a sword. You need to know how to take men into battle. Oh, what do we have here? While exploring my residence one day, well, it's not the residence here, but somewhere else, I found a solid measuring rod lying around. I think it belonged to one of my servants. Perhaps they have little use for it now. Anyhow, the rod is made of hardy but lightweight stone, and I imagine it might help me with a variety of tasks and matters in the future. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. Even gives stewardship +1. Well, don't mind if I take it. There we go. I guess we don't need the pressed orchid that badly right now. So let's take that one. Son is learning E-Slavonic. Good for him. Right, they're all in Kyiv now. Alright, that's him. So I pinned him as well just to see what's going on here. Married. Not the best marriage he could have had, I guess, but that's fine. We are back home! They're coming home. Today's meeting with my councillors is well underway when Henkel arrives. Oh, that's the Archbishop. Sorry for coming late, he says. I overslept, but that happens to the best of us, doesn't it? My other councillors look at each other awkwardly and avoid my gaze. If Henkel had been a few minutes or even an hour late, that might be forgivable. But this meeting started in the morning, and it is now already almost dinner time. He stops endorsing me, right? But, yeah. Well, we haven't had any really shortcomings with him in the past, right? So I think we leave it at that for the time. And if he does it again, then he will hear from us. Certainly. The crusade is starting. Just as we are coming home. Oops. The officials of Sayn have gained a reputation for being corrupt and morally flawed. What? Focused more on furthering their own interests than what is good for the community. Whether such an assessment is accurate or not, it will reflect poorly on me and my administration. Oh. Yeah, we should take steps to curb the excesses then. Right. Cracking down on corrupt officials, yeah, because I don't want that. But that happens, right? He was away for too long. And now he will be away again. And by the way, we return home to find our castle built. A strong castle made of stone. I don't have... Like I said, I disabled the more holding graphics mod again because it didn't work properly when I added it to a save. But that would show a different graphic here, because what we do see here is the kind of an Anglo-Norman keep, right? Something like the the Tower of London, and that is not the way that people would have built their castles in Germany. So, but again, it just reminds us that we now have a big stone castle. Now, again, she is calling us to war. And she does not have any means to defend herself. This is defending in a liberty war. Oh dear. But the crusade. Could we do this? Could we go to her, deal with them, and then from there take a walk down the Dnieper and then ship ourselves into the Black Sea and so on? I guess we do have the obligation to help her. Okay. Well, that being said, we need to restock. So let's at least be at home for a moment. We can just stay here. Now, that being said, is it possible for us to take holy orders again? No. Don't have much money for getting mercenaries. No, we're not attend court. Here's our son, by the way. What do we do with him? I mean, it would be a good thing to say that he would stay behind, maybe. I mean, that makes more sense than taking him along with us. Since our wife is not here to look after those lands. And Tankulf here is already part of us, like part of an army. He was not going to like that, of course, but we will do it. Put Paul in this position. Also, yeah, he already is. Here, promoting authority is quite alright. That being said, do we need different knights? Well, we can only have 5 knights now. I guess because we don't have the bonuses from our wife anymore. Damn it. Oh yeah, there's this Marquardt guy. Ehrenfried Arnulf? Fuck is he? Get away from my court, you pig. There we are. Oh yeah, we do have a new one here. Tankulf Brennenberg. Maybe it would be better to say let's give him at least that position then, so that we keep the Rennenbergs in the picture. like he's already the personal physician. His brother is the seneschal. We don't need to give their family more positions here. Should we have a master of raids? Maybe that's something to grant him then, because he's really peeved. There we go. That's good for us, right? Because he allows us to get more gold income while at war. So that is good. We need anything else here. She can stay in that position. He can stay there. I think everything is fine. And now we just stock up. There we go. That's the two of them. And now I would like to wait until we have our army in full capacity. Which should happen, right? Why is it not happening? Weirdly enough, it's not even shown as allied territory, even though I am at home. No, it is. Okay. I've said nothing. It's working. Okay. I hope we are in time, by the way, for either of these things. Because this will take like 2 more months, I think. Right. He's in stress level 1 now. I get that. He's also 56. Oh yeah, and he's feeling the effects of age. Etzel. This might as well be the last thing that he's doing. I mean, we will also get some reinforcements once we're here. This is already done, right? In 4 months, and I don't think we will get there in 4 months. No. I think last time it took us about 10 months to get back. This is not winnable. At least it's just a liberty war. So yeah, she's not going to be deposed. That's not going to happen. Okay. Well, where am I? Jesus Christ. In that case, I guess we can meet up with the others in Italy. Let's move down here, maybe. We can get the rest of our army going. Oh, we have a new Kaiser, by the way. Ludolf. And that's the son of Leopold. Oh yeah, quite capable. Capable man. Playful. Not sure if that is a good thing to be for a Kaiser. But, okay. And he's attacked. Venetian War for the claim on the Markgrafschaft of Capua. Oh. Okay. Maybe I put that in the thumbnail, that image here. Oh no, he has wanton desires. Lately I feel like I'm constantly being distracted by lascivious thoughts and erotic fantasies. He should have, like, he's thinking about that woman again. He should have taken... Nah, I did not, and now I am here, and, how does he become a recluse? She will no longer be considered his friend. Oh, she's still his soulmate. But, alright. Yeah, maybe that makes sense. Your friendship has ended. Okay. It's like a formal thing to do. I wrote her a letter. Our friendship has ended. Woman. Okay. So lots of stuff happening there. Oh, right. Okay. So this is not a given. This is still going. And it will take them 3 years to complete. So I think we can still, this is mendable. That situation can still be mended. Question is, will we be able to take them? I should hope so. I'm coming, my love. We may not be friends. But we will be when I return. Oh yeah, let's put the PG thing in because before the YouTube is getting mad. There we go. You know why I turn it on for private games? Not for what you think. It's because when you turn that off in tournaments, when there's wrestling tournaments, they all fight in armor and it ruins my immersion. So, like... Anyways. Okay, that's just me. Let's see. 13 months, okay. Because having them seen in their nightgowns when they do it, that's not really immersion breaking. I think that would be quite accurate. Because people were more chaste back in the day. So it was quite normal, I think, for man and woman to lie together clothed. At least to a degree. Oh, they're faster than I thought. That's not good. I'm coming. Does it say... December of 39. That's 6 months down the line, so that should be fine. That should be fine. Oh, there's another liege. Okay. They probably liked it. They said, once you go Icelandic, you never go back. Okay, yes. Once I'm back, I will be there for you as well, my lord. Not now, though. I need to get to my wife, save her, and my children from possibly being killed in this siege here. And now, when she wins this, or if she wins this, right, then she would be able to revoke all those counties. And that would be great. Oh. And now we get Galicia claim for the county of Tuar. Okay. All right. So many wars going on. Jesus. 7 months. The army is just passing through Tarnow. And I've gone with a number of the soldiers to one of the local villages in search of supplies, when I come across Leopold accosting one of the Polish locals in the street. It's clear he seems convinced the woman is guilty of some wrongdoing or has information we need, but it's obvious, at least to me, that this rather pathetic creature has neither. She's begging pitifully for her life, which only seems to encourage his cruelty to new heights. So many locals and even our own soldiers standing around gaping in shock at the unfolding scene, I feel almost compelled to intervene, though Leopold would undoubtedly not appreciate my interference. Yeah. No, we will intervene. We are not here to do that. The Polish are our friends. They've allowed us to pass through their lands in roleplay terms, in headcanon. So, no. This needs to stop, man. Pull yourself together. We have a focus. And we are at full strength, by the way. I do hope that we'll be able to also participate in the crusade. 6 months left. So we should be there in time. It's just sometimes things happen down here, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoop, 30 days left. Apparently that's not happening now, so yeah, okay. Oh, another wedding celebration. That's our grandson, Adolf, here. Who's marrying another Saffenberger. I think what they... At some point, these intermarrying here will be consanguineous. Oh, is he here to help? Is he here to help? No. Dead bird, live bird. While out and about visiting one of the local towns, I saw a most peculiar scene. I was in the town centre when I saw a young man gifting his friend what appeared to be a roasted bird for food. However, when his friend took the bird, it sprang to life. It was never dead in the first place, it appears. The friend looked terrified, while the young man only laughed at his successful prank. A number of passersby who saw what happened also seemed quite amused by this prank. What was that? I should ask him how to do that. Okay. That was funny. That was just funny. I don't need to know how to do that. This apparently is not good for us. Okay. Well, we have to. We have to. Even if we lose, we will have to do this. We will have to help her. If we die trying, of course, but we will have to help her. There's obviously nothing I can do here that will make things better. Like, obviously, we do not have her assistance anymore, so that makes things worse. He's a decent-ish commander. Oh, okay. That apparently has gone a bit better. Let's see. What can I do here? Digging for dirt, disrupt schemes, swift execution. He's not going to murder anyone, I think. Disrupting schemes is much better. And by the way, let's do this. Strategy focus, chivalry focus. This one gives an advantage of +5. That's almost better than the +3 of Marshall here. But I think under the circumstances, and he's rivalrous, right? So that makes more sense to me. Yeah, okay, let's pick it. It's a +5 in advantage. That is actually good for us. There we are. Look at this. Say advantage. And there we are. There he is, Ezzo, the Veneto, against Kitzesit. Don't even know who that is, but I will duel that bastard myself. Alright. Respect through the hammer, scum. Screams my... That's not a hammer, that's a mace. I will strike, parry, and riposte. My form is good, with only small errors, and Kitz's stance is a disaster, so I will show him that I'm the fastest blade in Sayn. Still a disaster. He's still holding off my blows well, but he seems close to faltering. So in that case, let's do a confident attack. And there we go. I get my yield, and we might even be able to... Is he dead now? Is he? Yes! Oh, look at that. Killed a man in battle. The victory at Kyiv. Glorious day. Right. So, now we have to take... Should we do that first? Is that... Oh, let's just do something here. We only lost 20 men. I can demand a prisoner. No. We do have prisoners now. Well, let's see. They are humans. So I think what should be done is they should be executed. Oh, that gives me stress because I'm trusting. Ugh. Guys, I will not do it in that case. Oh, by the way, I have a sword. I did not have a sword before, so now I have a sword. Idemir's sword. Let's repair the sword. I could use a sword. Huh? Is that gone now? What happened here? Grandmaster? Okay, something happened here that I'm not quite sure what happened, but apparently something happened. Might start over here in Chernobyl. Been there before. We know how to do this. Okay, they're trying to get back some of their armies. He's already 19. Oh, look at his glorious beard. A night of merriment. The siege has been ongoing and it feels like there is no end in sight. Tensions are running high in the camps and I'll admit to feeling the stress myself, yes. Thus it's little surprise that once the sun goes down I find myself in the middle of a drinking binge with the knights surrounding me, clapping and cheering me on. We've raided the quartermaster tent, breaking out the strong spirits, and I can already see that this is a night that might lead to considerable pain come morning. I should stop, I tell myself, but I need some kind of outlet. Something! Yeah, I think he's going to do it now. I'll find someone to spend the night with instead. Like, he can't get it out of his head, I think, and there we go. So sorry, Viacheslava. I hope that she will never learn of this. Jesus Christ! The burning sensation in my groin was growing so unbearable I had to excuse myself and flee to my chamber. The one time he is not faithful, this happens. Finally alone, I could scratch myself to find relief, yet there was no relief to be found, for my fingers found blisters and tore them open. Yes, Etzel, look at yourself. Well, at least we cannot see them right now. Okay, maybe they will get worse over time. When I told my wife of my affliction, I sought her comfort but was given her rejection. The disgust shone in Viacheslava's eyes when she told me to stay away from her bed. Yes, that's, oh dear. I deserved that. He deserved that. At least he will be able to get rid of some of the prisoners. Okay. By the way. Yes, I can put Adam in here now. Okay. Well, it's probably not going anywhere anyways, so yeah, it's a minus 81%. Without us, there's no hope. Why? Oh yeah, okay, so they're losing dramatically. Okay. That's a new Kaiser. That's Kaiser Ludwig. The kind of the Holy Roman Empire, Ludowinger. Okay, let's pin him as well. So there's things going on. Because he also died. He fell from the window of his bedchamber to his death. Apparently, not suspicious. I call bullshit. Yeah, he did. Okay. Obviously, at some point I need to reflect on the things that are happening here, but right now I'm very much occupied, so I can't. I need to bring this to an end. And then we'll see. But we are winning this at least. This will be very good. And I guess what will happen is that she will give our children some land here. Sure. Have yourself a cumin. That's a new thing. I mean, we can make fun of them. I don't think there's anyone around today that will identify as cumin. So, can poke a little fun at the cumins. Oh dear lord, I thought it was nothing more than a few blisters. While I was disgusted, cursing my bad luck, I never imagined it would get worse. Now a red rash is spreading across my body. I know what comes next. Sores, fever, all manners of pains and atrophy, and in the end, if I live that long, I will lose my mind. My lord, that does not look good, says the scaly man. Let me see what I can do. Oh dear lord. Do we even just say it is too late for caution? Just do what you can, man. When Lothar entered my chambers, he was followed by an air most foul. The stench's origin was a jar in his hands, a mixture of cow's dung and herbs for your poultice, my lord. When Lothar proceeded to smear it on my chest, I almost retched, for in the end, the poultice turned out to be just what I needed. For now, the worst of my symptoms are alleviated, and the world seems a little brighter. Good. But, Jesus effing Christ, man. Etzo. The poor man. Just once did he allow himself. I mean, he should have seen it coming. This is a message. This is obviously God's work. Retribution for his own sins. He once was considered a fornicator. He renounced that boldly. And now look at him. Get a label. Not a fornicator. But please don't look at me. Don't look at my rotting face. Please. And that, of course, was lost. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear. Etzo. Oh, and the Holy Order was lost even. Oh, look at her. Is she, will that be successful? Oh, she's leading the army herself. Oh, I don't, oh. Ah, why did she do that? Dear Lord, why did she do that? That was so unnecessary. Oh. The loss of Viacheslava will not be an easy one to get over. Our marriage had its shares of ups and downs, like any, but at the end of the day I knew that she was my one and true soulmate and I was hers. That mattered more than anything else, and that the idea that I might ever take another wife, no, it's not something I can even entertain right now. For now, I may enter a mourning period. It will last however long it needs to last, and until I am ready, I will entertain no proposals of marriage. Yes. He will not marry again, obviously. But, oh, wow. Why did she do that? Yeah, have yourself a cumin. That was so very unnecessary. And if she had been captured, then the war had been over, so there's that. Obviously now, Paul is being called, and he is now... Well, we are still in the war, right? So we don't need to... Don't need to do that because we're already in there. The problem is that he is very likely to marry now. That's not something I want, obviously. I want to do that myself. Which makes it a bit problematic. How do I go about this? How do we do this best? Yes, there's an empty council position. Yes, we can put Tankov in that position again. What do we do? What do we do with Paul? Now, they are joining him apparently as well. Okay. Oh, so alright, she also married. She married another count from the area. And now he is here. What I can do, obviously, is say, I will switch character, at least for a moment, and then I will have a look into whom he is able to marry. So that he wouldn't do it himself. What I could also do, and I think that's what I will do right now at least, because I don't like to do that kind of meddling, is at least give him a marker that he will not marry. I know that's quite arbitrary, right? But I don't want him to marry just some random person. I think the AI does that sometimes. Especially like a random lowborn person, something like that. I don't want that to happen. So I will, for the time being, say that he... Where is it? Refuses to wed. There we go. Have I pinned him? I think I did, but let's do it again. There we go. So that will mean he will not marry. Viacheslava has been murdered. Slain in a duel even. Okay, so we have that guy. The memories remain. And that guy, he obviously needs to die. One way or another. I don't think we will get there in time. Oh, he's dead as well. Oh, Jesus Christ. Except... it's not the wedding celebration. Right, okay. Ah, why did she do that? That was unnecessary. I was there. I had it all under control. See? That's just what happens. That's how the game throws you a curveball every now and then. Oh, that's not even a cumin. Well, you can pretend that he is. And then you can have yourself a cumin. They really want them, right? They are. Wow. Give me a cumin, please. I need them. At least we're making lots of money here. So there's that. And we are obviously getting ahead with this. This will be done soon. Oof. They're all with him, of course, now. I mean, what we could be thinking about is really say, let's change to Paul altogether. Because once this war is done, he will be in a very interesting position where we can take away all these lands here. Then we will be able to redistribute, organize the duchy here from the ground up because... yeah. Otherwise, the AI is going to do it. And... yeah, he's in poor health. He's aging. He's a widower. He has the great pox. Etsu is going nowhere. his time... yeah, his time is over in the spotlight. It's very much over. And... yeah, let's do that. I think I will do that. That sounds better to me. Just wait until this is at 100. Right, he needs to end it, but he will, I guess, as soon as possible. Oh, that's Adam leading the army. Don't go for them. Don't. Mate, stop it. Just stop it, will you? He is even dying. I don't even... Alright, because he has a dangerous fever currently. Yeah, so there's that. So... the days spent... oh no! The days spent besieging Zhytomyr are long, and they felt even longer thanks to the constant downpour of rain. Days and days have gone by with little more than howling winds and sheets of cold rain beating down on the soldiers. I've rarely felt more miserable. In fact, even once the rain finally stopped, I found that the chill never quite left my bones. There's a cough that settled deep in my lungs, and it only appears to be getting worse. Try to put on a brave face for the soldiers, but I don't think I can hold out much longer. Yeah, he's dying. So at least he will die happily. So there's that. Okay, so here is Marcus from the future, or an hour or so later. I've tried a few bits and things, and it never really quite worked out while I was recording. So I decided to stop the recording and then do something and then come back. Now, what I did is that we will play and continue to play with Paul. Paul is now the Duke of Kyiv, and the way that I did it was that basically Etzo has abdicated. And I think that's a reasonable thing to say. He had been in Kyiv already, and he knows his time is short. He has a deadly disease. He just lost his wife. I think he has nowhere to go, and he knows that it's in the best interest of his family that he leaves it to Paul now. So took his things, which means, of course, that the manor is now located in Kyiv. That's always a bit of a stretch when you do that in your head, like, how come these things are now here? But I think it's quite alright. We can assume that we have a mansion here as well. Or a manor, rather. That's not a mansion, that's something different. A manor here as well. And, of course, yeah, he is now also the Count of Sayn, and that is here, which leaves him in a very precarious position, of course. But I would say the first thing that he would think about, and that might have already been part of the abdication, the first part would be that he makes sure his brothers are landed. That is one of the first obligations that he has to fulfill. The next obligation is to join the Empire. That he can do. Sadly, he will not accept low feudal obligations. He's like, no, mate, that's not going to work. We will do so under normal feudal obligations, but that is fine ultimately. So, yes, that will be the very first thing that he does. And, well, he's still on the road, right? So that's a bit of a problem here. I can already choose a lifestyle for him, and I will go into the family focus. I think that is very much him. As we have seen, he is this nurturing soul. He wants to make sure that his family, is flourishing, and that he can do anything in his power, really, to make sure that his family thrives. Now, that would also mean, of course, that he would take land away from all these darned Cumans here. Funny hat. And we can do that now, right? They are... don't know if we can do that directly. They're currently on the road, just as we are. But then we can take that away from him, and that will be great. Let me just check if I can already do that, because technically they could try to get away, right? So I don't want to have that happen. Yes, we can take that away. Good stuff. Yoink. You as well, sir. Yoink. There you go. And we have that man here. And revoke. Just so. And that man. Revoke. So there they are. Now we have all these titles here. We don't have that title. Little Count G here. He was too young, I guess, to participate. Can revoke his title, and I guess we will make sure that we will do that, because, of course, he is unjustly holding that title. Which also means that we now have the means to give our brothers land. For example, we can give lands to Adam. Now, let's pick the ones that are most important here. And I've seen that in Ushitsia. There is... they have these forts here, so that's a hugely important position. Also sits right on the Dniester River. So I will make sure that this goes to Adam. There you go. And now the others I can just freely decide. There's Eberhard. Grant him the title Chernobyl. There you go. Then we have Meinrad. We'll also get titles in Zhytomyr. There you go, mate. And Konrad, who will now take Korsun. Oh yeah. Oh, look at them. All being clever and all vengeful, and I hope, I can just hope Paul stays on top of this, because, yeah. If they decide to go against him, that would be rough. There's the youngest one, Magnus, right? Look at him, the possessed little dwarf that he is. Bit of an odd one out. I'm kind of thinking that it would be better for him to join the church at some point. I hope that would be possible. I guess we can already look for someone to teach him great virtues. Who would be the best to do that, I wonder, though. Heike von Hachenburg looks good. Lothar von Bernsau might also be great. But why not Bava? That seems more appropriate to me. There we go. So there's that. Let's see, do the others have guardians? Yes, he does have a guardian. He does not, but I can't give him one since he's now landed. Does have a guardian, but yeah, I guess the other one will get a guardian once he's there. Yeah, as you do see, lots and lots of stuff to unwind here. Obviously, we have disabled buildings now in Sayn because we can only hold one county, and therefore, yeah, well, it is what it is, right? So we still own those lands in here. They are still important to us, obviously. There is obviously the possibility for us to, where is that? University visit. Maybe do that along the line. By the way, he's transferred some gold. He has 300 gold now. That's from his dad. By the way, I will also see to it that I can't do that currently because I don't have any piety. I don't have any prestige either. To make him take the vows. I think that would be very appropriate for Etzo. So if, well, let's see how long he makes it. But if he survives for another few years, then maybe that's something he would want to do. Do penance. So that would be for him. By the way, we do have this Grandmaster here in Bilhorod, who is from the Brotherhood of the Holy Sepulchre. That is Orthodox, though. He's not one of our holy orders. So that is a bit weird. I'm not sure how that works. But okay. We'll take it as it is. By the way, I colored this blue. I think it's nicer to identify us in the map. And obviously, we are surrounded now by others. First of all, obviously, from our first cousin, King Viacheslav, who does not like us. I wonder why. Well, he's a title claimant, and he desires the Duchy of Kyiv. That's his thing, right? So we will see what we can do with him. I did see that at court we have our uncle, Prince Yakov. And I'm not sure I want to keep him around. He also hates us. He's a title claimant. There's also, we have this rule of religious intolerance. That's not very good. I think that's something Ma did. Mother did this. And I would rather say we are either indifferent or tolerant at least, but our intolerance, I think, is not great. So there's that. By the way, I think our bishop here should rather try to convert in Kyiv. By the way, do we have a good standing with the Pope? Who's back in Rome once more, I should say. This is a never-ending cycle. Do we have a good enough standing to say that we might replace the bishop? No, apparently not. Oh well, we can just choose from people that are technically at our courts. The other ones are still on the road. Maybe there will be someone that... Oh, by the way, can't upgrade that. Oh yeah, we're missing something. Okay. Aw, so want to have the bathhouse. Damn it. Should we just let him come to Kyiv? Because I don't want to make all these changes here whilst he's still on the road. And then we will see what happens. Right. Huh? He converts to Catholicism? Now that's not something I did. Right, that is what we did. Maybe that was an action that he took before I switched to him. Sworn fealty to Kaiser Ludwig and become their vassal. So now we are indeed a part of the Holy Roman Empire. Would you look at that? As we can see, wow, it already stretches far into these lands, right? These lands here already are sworn to the Holy Roman Empire, but they do currently have this independence war. That is about like Provence here and parts of Burgundy, Savoy, and so on. And Hungary once more. By the way, what's up with him? Is he blind? No, he's not. He was just closing his eyes. Anyway, so we are part of the Holy Roman Empire. Ta-da! And now we can do a bunch of stuff with him. Could technically say... Should we already say that we want to be that? That we want to be a March? It's better for us, gives us some gold maintenance, controlled territory defender advantage, levy size is better, garrison size is better, levy and reinforcement rate is better. I think that's great. I don't think we will ever get to a point where we do have a hook on him or something. So that would be grand. There we go. Yes. Which also technically means that he's a Markgraf now, a Margrave. I will see to it. Maybe I'll really rename this to Grand Duke or Grand Prince. We will see. Oh yeah, I should maybe be doing that here because we have a court grandeur problem, and maybe if we do this all, yeah, that should be good then. So at least we will get us over 3. Then people like us a bit more. Right. That guy here would like to just go away and should I just let guys go away that have a claim? I'm not sure about this. I was really cross, like I really wanted to keep the other guy here. By the way, who was it? Who was it that murdered Mummy? That killed Mummy? That guy here. Koppel the Hunter. Well, I think he shouldn't be getting away with this. That's definitely not what should happen. Wait, obviously, until everyone's here, and he should be home as well, and then we can do stuff. The region we are traveling through in Holm, suffered from an unusual amount of rain recently, though it has cleared, it has made the roads muddy. Most of it has been manageable until today, when some of our luggage trains got stuck in the mud. We had to spend considerable effort and time getting the animals and supplies unstuck and carrying them to dry ground. Oh, I do hate traveling, and that's now delayed by 5 days. Jesus Christ. Oh, and while we're on the road, we have the shadow in the alley. The night is thick with the scent of sweat. No, no, no. He is not here to do any of these things. Not reading that out. Like, yeah. Oh, it already starts, right? Install Count Eberhard on the Kievan throne faction. F you, Adam. I've just given you land. I think you should be, yeah, received county. I think you should be grateful. You don't look like that, Adam. Stop it. Bad Adam. Oh. Oh, and now he's the guy that will give me 100 gold if I let him free. Damn it. Huh. It's all dangling in front of me, like, you could have 100 gold. Oh, decreased. Why has it now decreased? Huh? It should be increasing. Change towards baseline, plus 0.22. I guess we will hold court once I'm here. and then that should be fine. Oh no, the rain today isn't heavy, but it's persistent. The road ahead is turning into thick mud. Curse the weather. It seems like people don't want us to get here. But we will get here. There's another call to arms. The invasion of the Kingdom of France. Would you believe it? Alright. Well, I'm guessing we'll remain neutral. He would be... Obviously, Paul is not someone to rush into a war. Especially not that now that he's here and needs to do things on the home front. Oh, finally. Okay, so he's at home. Now, we can do lots of more things. Can think about that. We can think about, well, not going on a hunt exactly. I will just put the notifier away. I don't even think he would like to go on a hunt. Maybe do falconry. Falconry would be fine, I think. But not like real dangerous hunts. That's not something for him. About the situation here. I think the Karen Master here can go. There we go. Also not sure if I want to keep a personal physician around that mildly hates me. I might stick to someone whom I know, or who I know at least is more reliable, like Lothar, even though he has his reservations, apparently, as well. Oh, that will cost me, right? That will definitely cost me. Because replacing costs 200 prestige. That's not great. It is a very important position, though. So I think I would just do it. There we go. As you can see, we're now at minus prestige. Caravan Master. Maybe let's go here first. Now, Adam. I don't know why he's so peeved. You will, I think, be the spy master. When it comes to him, Prince Yakov, he's also, apparently, the Knight of the Narcissus. I don't need the Knight of the Narcissus. You can retire that accolade. He did not like that. And then I hope that Viacheslav here will want to have him. Yes, he does. Oh, great. So they will both leave. He will gain some opinion, which is good. He will not like it, but that's fine. So I think Paul would rather he was away than keeping him at court. So there's that. We do have another mayor here. Oh yeah, by the way, should I just... I don't want him to hate me any further. Because will he get the fired from council modifier if I offer him? Well, he certainly will get it now if I just throw him out this way. Well, we will see. We will see. I can also marry, and I think I said before that I want to wait until he's older, but I believe that in his position now, it would be better to look for an alliance. If there is a great one, obviously, then we can already choose one. I think we would look for a grand wedding, of course. That is obviously, or after all, our thing as a family. Could go for alliance power and take a look. Oh. Yeah. Well, I did look into that before. So there is Hedvika, and she is a Puemischlit, the daughter of the late Herzog Albrecht of Moravia, and that is now her brother Herzog Ottar II. Not really sure why they keep Moravia as their main title, because they also have Bohemia, but I guess he likes that better. So Well, how am I to complain? I guess that would be a very good option. Having someone powerful that is somewhat close and could help me. Don't think the other options here are as good. Hedwig von Tübingen, Bertrada von Nordheim-Regensburg. Okay. Nah, there was something down here. No, also much too old, by the way. Yeah, let's take a look into this again. So there's certainly other options here, though he would not take the one who's club-footed. I think that is not great. I mean, obviously he could go for someone younger, if that makes sense. Yeah, like he does have daughters. Well, she's the one with the icky foot, so maybe not her. She's 2 now. He would be 34 when they marry. Would that be alright for him? Because again, I don't want to be in this position where he has children early. And then we get into this point where, unlike now, right, where he is 20 and his father's almost dead at 60. That's great for me, I think. That's the best kind of succession we can have. To leave it to someone young when you're old and so on. If he marries now and they end up having children when he's like 21 or so, then he is 40 when those children will be grown up. So what does he do with them? They have to lie in wait, the whole time. They have to just stand there and do something while he's still reigning for another 20 years. And then they will be 40 when they take over. And so you get the gist. So I usually like to do this differently. Not go straight for the option here. She's 15 now. Meaning that once we do the grand wedding, well, I guess we could wait the full 3 years. Then he would at least be 23. But again, if the first child they have is a son, then we arrive at the same problem. Okay, well, is there a point to be made that we could go for one of his daughters instead? On the other hand, it would be good to have someone for him that could rule with him. And he is a family man after all, right? So I think he would want to have a family. Let's not talk myself out of it. I think that is a good idea in the end. I think it's a great idea to have Paul and Hedvika marry. And you see, she's also pretty. That will give us a lot of, maybe the kids could be pretty and intelligent. Would you look at that? So there's that. Call for the grand wedding. Accept some proposal. I guess we should do that. Oh, is there something else? Sometimes I do this, and then I find an even better option in the end. If I go prestige, whom do I find in here? That's all of them, obviously. Bamberger, Godwin Dover. Maybe let's just do something else for now, and because we are already going to the 2-hour mark, I think. And when I start the next episode, I will just do the complete, introduction here to who he is, what the situation is, and so on. I just want to make this a bit more transparent about what I'm doing here while we're at it. So maybe let's just quickly wait until Yakov is going. Oh, and we do have these mercenaries that were probably called by our mother. Whispers of uncertainty. Your competitors offered better terms, the captain says bluntly. Why should my company pledge to you when others value our swords more highly? Oh, we don't even do anything. We're just like, perhaps we could discuss additional considerations, you suggest, hating the weakness in your voice, beyond mere coin. Hey, that... okay. Well, there's that, I guess. We backed off from the negotiation. Don't even get the choice to say we would do something else. All right, okay, there he is. He's gone. He's gone now. Then let's put that mayor in there, because he, what's wrong with him? He's also scaly. And he's a Volga Dnieper merchant. Interesting, okay. We do need a marshal, and yeah, I think it's very befitting to put Adema in that position. Could also help us raise control. Very important for us, obviously. It's currently promoting cultural acceptance. I think that's a good idea. That guy here, Ivan, not sure if I want him around, given the fact that he's a murderer. So, So, whom else would I put in here? I guess we could put Tankov in here, though he does have this, he's brave and we're craven, so he does not like us that much. Then again, I think we would take people that we know have been reliable for our father, and now give them positions here so that they can continue their good work. If we ever any more titles, I think we would give them to them as well, to those families that have been with us the longest, like the Rennenbergs and the Bernsaus and so on. Right. Should already put people into these positions here. Adelinde. Oh, right, okay, she's a daughter of Brunhilde and Karlmann, who has died from a heart attack. Oh, poor man. Do we have children at court, anyway? Is that a thing? I guess so. Okay. Well then, let's have a wet nurse to care for the kids. What other things do we need terribly? Do we need an antiquarian? Oh yeah, our sister is with us again, Maria. And I'm somewhat cross at... Again, that is what happens when you leave the AI control of things. She's now married to this guy here, Terenti. He's not even the heir to anything. His brother is quite interesting because he holds land next to us. Right there, well, there he is, and there are his lands, and he is now part of the remaining lands of Duke Buckman here. I guess that we could immediately go for and say, we want your duchy. We do need some piety for that. But I guess what we will do is hosting a funeral. I guess that is something we could do immediately. Right, for Mother. That is something would begin next time with, I think. I guess I could wait for all the other courtiers to reach us. Just check where they are currently. Oh, Poland. Okay. Already halfway here, I guess. But I guess we can start without them. Do a funeral, then think about the marriage, and yeah, that should be it for now. Not sure where we are currently time-wise. Let me just check. I think we should be good. So yeah, that's it for now. Just want to keep you in the loop. That's what I did here. We are switching over, playing Paul. He is now the Duke of Kyiv. He's still a Sayn, and we will see what happens next time. So cheers. Bye-bye.